Welcome to TV5 and Mana TV. You are watching Insight with Praveen Puram live from Atlanta. As you have been seeing the esteemed guest from the Indo-American community, today we have ITSERVE. We have Vinay Mahajan, who is the National President for ITSERVE today. Good evening, Vinayji. How are you?
Good evening, Praveen, and thank you for Mana TV and TV5 for inviting me for a talk. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Friends, today let's learn more about ITSERVE. What is ITSERVE? Why do we need to know more about ITSERVE? So ITSERVE is the nation's largest platform for all the IT services organizations across the United States. It has more than 2,000 small businesses of IT services today. How it's going to help all the IT services business, and what are the challenges in the business and how ITSERVE can help. So that is our main motto, to learn more about that and why do we need to join. Let's listen directly from Vinay on what this platform does for us, how it addresses the IT challenges, and also it addresses the policies, promote growth and innovation, how it empowers the small businesses. Thank you so much, Vinayji, for having your time today. And definitely congratulations for being the president for 2023. And let us know more about the journey of ITSERVE and how you have been into ITSERVE.
Okay, thank you. So now first thing is I've been president now for almost 6 months. So it has been a very nice, I'll say, 6 months experience for me. A lot of things to talk about, right? So I think we are doing the interview at the right time, because at least I have an experience of 6 months of running this massive organization, I will say, right? But just go back to 13 years back, and the journey started for ITSERVE and started in a coffee shop, as typically most of the American stories are, right? Okay, it started in a coffee shop or a garage, like that. Those kind of things happen. And so 10 people in Dallas met in coffee shop and started it. And then it has grown into a massive organization today. It is almost 2,000, plus members, as you already said. And we are very proud that we are contributing a lot to the US, GDP, and almost around $12 billion, what we contribute, our members contribute annually to the US GDP, and all our members put together employ more than 175,000 high-skilled people, from in various places in US. So we are very proud where we are today, and we'll be talking about a lot of other things. And one thing you asked me, another question was, when did you join ITSERVE, right? How my journey started. Absolutely. So 2016, I'll say, on a crossroad. Business was doing well, and but only thing is, up to some level, it gives you satisfaction. And after that, you feel you are searching inside, right? Hey, what should I do now, right? So I was looking for volunteer kind of, what should I do as a volunteer where I don't get paid, right? I don't get the money back. Then a lot of things, go to the food bank or do this or do that. But I happened to go to one of the ITSERVE meeting, right? Somebody invited me, and it was in 2016. First, my impression was, man, everybody is more or less, I think those days we were very, very much heavily Telugu, actually, okay, community. And then I was a little apprehensive. But after a couple of meetings, I felt they don't talk Telugu, they talk the business language, right? So that is what I said, hey, man, now we have similar kind of challenges, we have the similar problems, we are able to share with each other, and we are able to seek help from each other. So that is how I fell in love with ITSERVE, that it was a 100%, focused on the, the business, particularly the IT business, and we could share with each other a lot. And another thing was, it was all volunteer organization, right? We didn't have any staff. The CEOs of the companies, which are our members, were actually going and installing the, let's say, the screen, or they will be installing the projector and running to get things done, right? And that's where I wanted to give you two quotes, rather, which I love always to quote. and one is which Lord Krishna has said that, wise work for the welfare of the world or the others, right? And second one is from our great, leader, US great leaders, Martin Luther King Jr., who said, everyone is great because everyone can serve. So that is the beauty of ITSERVE volunteers, that all of them are ready to serve for not getting paid anything, but they just want to give their time and give. Sometimes they give money also, rather, right? Okay, and this is the beauty of this organization. That's why it is very successful and a very strong organization today.
Absolutely. What a great, fantastic journey you had, Vinay. Before going to the ITSERVE, I just wanted to ask more about you being a president and CEO of NAM Inc. Right now, you are the national president of ITSERVE. So, how do you feel? How do you balance between? Because ITSERVE is not a small organization; it will be hectic work. So, how do you manage?
See, one is that, of course, if you are passionate about something, right? Okay. And again, there is a quote over here, which I always quote again. It's like Steve Jobs said, if you care for a cause, the vision going to pull you in, right? So, if we care for a cause, and our cause was common, right? High skilled immigration is very important to ITSER members, right? Okay. And that cause put us together. We will be talking more about it, right? But, and that is what, we are so passionate about our businesses, then about, the welfare of each other, so that all of us can grow together, right? Okay. And so this makes you, it's like a bond which has dwelled between all of us. And, so we are ready to spend time. I spend close to 100 hours a week, out of which, significant time goes to ITSERVE. And of course, I do take care of my own company too, right? So.
Very, very well said, Vinay. So I also see that you have two patents developed in the area of safety. So would you mind telling our audience about more about your journey in your personal organization on these patents and what kind of business you do?
See, NAM Info Inc., my company is an IT company, and it started in 2000. And of course, my background is I'm a, I basically started with IT in India. I did an engineering from Chandigarh, and then I did my MBA from Delhi University, and then initially I worked for 10, 12 years in India, in one of the largest company, maybe I'm sure the Indian listeners will be knowing, Delhi Cloth Mill, it used to be called, and it's called DCM now. Mm-hmm. And it was one of the fourth largest company at that time, and I joined it, right? And I joined there, worked for 10, 12 years, and then I wanted to start my own business. Started a factory in Rajasthan, right? For 5, 6 years, I, basically run that factory very well. And we were making the motherboards for the various PCs, right? Wow. Then, somehow that business, some issues, challenges came. Then I went into IVR business, which is interactive voice response system, call centers, did very well in that. But then in 2000, I thought, US was doing great in the, .com area at that time. So I had some great ideas, some product called Voice Signature I wanted to develop. We got an investor also. And that investor was all ready to put in money, but then .com bust happened, right? And we had 9/11 also. So, so that time, then I was in US at that time. Then we said, okay, it's time to, one of my friend was also here, right? And in partnership, we started this company. Then since my technology has been my background, so we developed this application of fire safety, which we filed, I think in 2015, we filed for the patents. And this basically is an application for the high-rise building, where, it will guide you in case of a fire alarm or fire happens in the building. This application will help you in giving you alarm and then guiding you through the maps, right, to the nearest possible exit. Unfortunately, COVID happened. We were doing some trial in a building, and after that, it became so difficult to get inside a building to do even the trials. Now the economy is opening up, so maybe we will be able to go back and then try it. But when fire emergencies happens in the high-rise building, you have only 10, 15 minutes or 20 minutes for the people to get out. Otherwise, if you get stuck, you are done, right? So it's very, very important. So that is how my technology background made sure that we develop these patents, right? So we have 2 patents, right? We are very proud of that.
Very, very interesting, Vinay. I think from the manufacturing to, from the to the BPO, then software, and now, more to come through. Congratulations on your patents got approved, and also good luck for them to be implemented. So now coming to the IT, sir. So as a national organization, what is the vision of the company, and what are the goals set for 2023, and where are you today?
I love to talk about our mission, right? Okay, so of course, any members association, the first mission is always to protect members' interest, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, and so that is where our policy advocacy comes into picture, right? And will be talking more details during the course of this discussion. And second thing is, of course, because of our collective power, we are able to get benefits for our members. So second objective is always to get more benefits for the member, right? But then there are also higher causes which we all of us work for as entrepreneurs, and that is mission number 2, empowering the local employment. So we create a lot of local employment all over US, highly paid, high skilled people. And the number 3 mission is all of our members, they are very successful entrepreneurs, they have achieved their American dreams, and they want to give back to the society. So that's what we started around, I think, 2019. We started our CSR arm, right? Corporate social responsibility. And today we are very proud that we spend between $1 to $1.5 million every year on various activities. And that's what we call as our, the third mission, that is empowering the local community, particularly through the CSR programs. And one of our dear program is STEM education. I'll talk about a little more details later. But and the fourth mission, which we have added in a couple of years back, is empowering the ecosystem of innovation, right? Okay, for maintaining the US leadership in technology. And in that, mainly, we do a lot of work in the startups. And we have started recently an Angels Network to kind of promote the startups by giving them small angels investments.
Absolutely. I think that's great to hear, Vinay. So when you talk about ITSERVE, can we assume that it's only for the Indian IT services, or also cross international people also involved in this today?
Yeah, we are a very diversified organization. And, if you look at, maybe when we initially started, it was, I'll say a lot of, Telugu dominated, but anyway, IT industry itself is dominated by Indians, right? Okay, and that also Telugu community dominates a lot, right? Okay, but so we have diversified a lot. I am an example of a diversification. I am a Punjabi, okay, and you can see I'm the national president of ITSERVE, right? Okay, so we have now North Indians, we have the Tamil, we have our Gujarati, we have also some, I won't say too many of them. Some maybe, from these South Asian country, and, also from the Asian countries, some of them. And we have been trying to get some, some of the Caucasians also as our, members. And there are a lot who are showing a lot of interest now, because the kind of activities which we are doing interest them a lot, right? So we are trying to, our platform is open for everyone, right?
Absolutely. So another basic question to you. If I were starting my business, what is your pitch for me to join to ITSERVE? What is the benefits I'm going to get? Because every person is going to see the tangible benefits, right? So, and also there are so many organizations across, so many chapters across the IT tech guys. So if you were to pitch for any of the new businesses, what is your strongest pitch?
See, one of our strongest pitch is, of course, which we always say, we are a homogeneous group, which is focused only on the IT sector, right? That is one thing. And in IT sector, also in the staffing and services industry, right? And that makes it a very, very focused group. That is number 1. Number 2 is that, it's a great platform for networking, learning, and growth, right? So when I say learning and growth, see, some of our members are they have been in businesses for years. They have a lot of experience. Some members are just, who started companies with just 2 employees, right? Okay, and they are just trying to probably grow to 20 and then maybe to 200, right? Okay.
Absolutely.
And so it becomes a very good learning platform for the new members, particularly. And I call rather ITServe as a Google of IT industry, particularly in the staffing and in the services. That we have our 20 chapters all over US. We are almost in 23 states, right? So you type a question, hey, what is the law in California on non-compete, right? In one of our WhatsApp groups, right? And maybe you will get a response. You may be let's say, from our Northeast chapter, which is, let's say, New Jersey, and the response will come from California chapter, which is in Bay Area. Hey, this is what it happens in California, right? So, I mean, lot of, kind of consultation you can get through this, our very strong WhatsApp network, right? Which we have. And this is all free, right? People giving their opinion, their benefit. Then we have a lot of sponsors, which are part of our groups, and particularly the immigration attorney. So if you have a question on immigration, question on CPA, so some kind of advice where you would have to spend maybe thousands of dollars, sometimes can come to you just at the, maybe typing a message and you get the information, right? So it becomes a very good learning platform for the younger, or the newer companies. And later on, when they get into the network, they make their friends, then, it's now word is all networking, right? If you want to grow in business, the only way to grow is network, right? You need a person, I have that person, I'm going to give it to you. You need a service, I have that service, I can give it to you, right? So this is how, when they start moving, going to various meetings, we have every month we have a meeting for our chapters. So we have that way a lot of activities going on. Then we have regional meetings, then we have our annual conference, right? So year round we just keep meeting, and I call it as a big family, and we don't kind of compete with each other. Rather, we are, same companies, similar businesses, and similar clients, right? But don't compete. We complement each other, right?
That's really very interesting. The compete, what you talked about, we never compete but complement. Absolutely. So that should be there. And as you rightly said, networking is the number one priority to be into business. Absolutely. So I think I have been part of the ITServe as well, and the response we get is very quick. And one thing I wanted to ask you is, most of the small businesses, as you said, 1 to 2 people start with the businesses. If they join ITServe, will they be, see, most of the people struggle on the basics of how to start a business, right? So will you or your team who are expertise in that, will you be helping those kind of businesses to grow?
Oh, yes, we definitely help. I'll give you one classic example, or not classic, the regular examples which will be there. We like, I have a company in Canada too, right? Okay. So, and sometimes people will ask me, hey, anyone who has a company in Canada, I have some questions to ask, right? Okay. So I will say, okay, this is my number, call me. I'll be able to help you. And then if he says, oh, I want to now go ahead and open a company in Canada, I will even give him my CPA's number. I'll give him my attorney. I'll introduce them. So this is the kind of help we do, right? Same way, if somebody is coming even from India and he wants to start a company over here, right? And they ask us question, how do I get this help? How do I start a company? So initially we give them some guidance. Then we'll introduce them to our known CPAs, our network actually, and they'll be able to take that, right? Lot of questions you will see in our WhatsApp network. Hey, somebody has any office in Dubai, I want to run a payroll from Dubai, right? Anyone has office in Mexico, I want to run a payroll there, or in Europe, or in Australia. You name it, our people are able to help everywhere, right? Okay.
Very nice, very nice. It is very inspirating, and also all the audience, definitely they will know more about the value what we get out of the ITServe organization. And as you see, 2022 has been very remarkable in this synergy, which is your signature event. And if I were to read, you were 1,800 plus members and 19 vibrant chapters, 150,000 IT professionals, and 10 billion. So it's a very great goals have already been set to you, Vinay. I think 2023 synergy is going to be more interesting to beat these numbers. So what is your how did you feel about 2022? Oh my God, I'm 2023. What is going to be my goals? So did you ever thought and gist out some goals for IT sir?
Yeah, Jeff, yeah, every president sets his goal. Absolutely no doubt about that. And this one good thing about our platform is that one president, which, takes, when the new president takes over, he keeps on doing whatever has been done by the previous president. We never try to do a U-turn kind of thing, right? Okay. So whatever initiatives were started, they'll be taken to the next level, and then some new initiatives will be done, right? So this year, the first thing I decided was I'm going to go to all my 20 chapters. Now we have 20 chapters. We launched one chapter this year, right? And I wanted to travel. So in these 6 months, I've already traveled to 14 chapters, right? And I give a quote over here from a very famous person, Kevin Kelly. He says, learning, the travel is an intense form of learning, right? So, you travel and you learn a lot. So when we traveled all over the US, I traveled not alone, but with my national team. So almost 10 to 15 of us, we were traveling together. And we talked to our members, we talked to our, various sponsors, we talked to lawmakers, we talked to the guests, we talked to the investors, we talked to the tech leaders. We everywhere we met people. And, people are really amazed at what work ITServe has done, Eden is doing, particularly in the area of, lobbying for the high-skilled immigration. And people even in, California, they were so keen that ITServe should do with doing the lobbying for them for the high-skilled immigration, right? Okay. We met some, like Senator Cory Booker. We met also, one US Congressman, Mr. Thanedar, and they also appreciated our great work we are doing, not only in the high-skilled immigration, but also on the CSR front, which, basically, so this year, when I started, I said, okay, we are going to also, take our CSR to a next level, right? Okay. And so what last year, we started STEM scholarship program, which was launched last year. We provide $5,000 scholarship to the students from like middle, county colleges. That is what is our focus. And we want to really give to the needy students from the underprivileged community the, basically scope and the chance to get into the STEM education. Because we believe, again, a quote over here from Franklin Benjamin, that, the investment in education pays the best interest, right? So, so that is where ITServe decided that they are going to focus on STEM education, because we are all STEM educated ourselves, most of us, right? And we have seen how we have grown in our career and in our businesses because of that education which we got. Okay. And we want to give back to the society the same thing, and particularly to the underprivileged community, because adding a STEM job creates a much bigger multiplier effect on the society. That has been proven. And so now we provide, not only this year, we started STEM internship. That means our 2,000 members will be able to provide internship to, our, the students from county colleges, high schools, and all that. And then also we are providing the STEM training. So a couple of interesting training we are launching this year. Already in the process. One is training is going to be for veterans, and second training is focused on the. You will be surprised why we are focusing in this area, but we feel a need there, right? So we are going to start a automotive embedded testing training, right? Okay. Right now, all cars are using a lot of electronics, right? So, and in Detroit, particularly in the Michigan area, there's a lot of demand. So we want to really train these community college students, particularly in that area, provide them some practical training. They will have a lot of theory training from the colleges, but we want to give them some practical training. So that is another one we are launching. So these two initiatives we have launched this year, new one, right? And then our membership is always our focus, right? Because again, I give a quote always, right? That ITServe strength is its members, right? And member strength is ITServe, right? So, that's why we want to build our, the size of our membership bigger. Now we are very proud. We are adding 3 to 5 members every day. And we, in the last 5 months, we have added almost close to 500 members, right? Okay, in this 5 months. So that has been another goal I had. I want to take the membership to 2,500 by end of this year, right?
Wow.
And in the STEM training and STEM internship was another goal we had, that we wanted to launch these two initiatives and give more and more back to the society. Scholarship wise, we are going to give 100 scholarship this year. We are ramping up from the previous year, and so this is on the on the CSR front. Then also on the front of training our own members rather. So we have launched leadership workshop this year, right? So we have to provide benefits to our members also, right? So we are providing leadership training. See, our members are great entrepreneurs, right? No doubt, right? But we are trying to give them some training in you are a great entrepreneur, but how to lead your people also, right? Okay, and that is where we have done 3 workshops so far. And we spend a lot of money and time on that. And then we are also trying to educate our members on how to do business with the federal government. So we are going to have a GovCon Day, which is happening on 20th of July, which we'll be doing in DC. We are calling various federal agencies, and we will be having our members. So it's like matchmaking, right? Okay, so they'll be learning a lot. So a lot of activities we have launched this year. This is also first time, right, this year. So I'm very proud that we have launched new initiatives. We are increasing our membership, and always, of course, we are always focused on protecting our member interests, right, which is part of our political advocacy. And we are taking lobbying this year again to the next level. We have done 2 lobby day in the last 2 years, but they were all because of COVID, they were virtual, right? So we used to have some 100 to 150 meetings with the lawmakers, during the ITSERVE lobby day. Now, this year ITSERVE lobby day is 19 July in person. So we are going to the Congress, and we are going to, go and talk about high-skilled immigration, that how high-skilled immigration is so critical to US. And it's not that we are only focusing on the high-skilled immigration. We are going to tell them, hey, we have shortage of people, so we need to focus on high-skilled immigration. At the same time, from the long-term angle, we want to focus on the STEM education for the local communities, so that we can build that gap which is there in the STEM education, educated people availability, right, can be also fulfilled locally, not through only immigration, right? So that is where our twin focus is there: high-skilled immigration balanced with the STEM education. And
what a great initiative, Vinay. I think I could say that the STEM scholarship, and also STEM education and STEM internship, this is beyond ITSERVE membership, right? So I think the viewers should understand what ITSERVE brings onto the table, because internship is one thing most of our Indian parents will be looking for. And I think it's amazing that you have provided this opportunity for everyone. And tell us more how to apply this. Do they need to go to your website and apply for the internship, or is there any time slot where you open?
There's a portal actually on which people can go and apply for it. But right now, what we have done is that we are making up. See, we are launched it right now, right? So to make it popular, we are going colleges to colleges, right? Okay, we are going to various colleges, telling them, educating them, hey, this facility is available, so why don't you apply, right? And then our portal is basically like a marketplace, right, where our 2,000 members, they will say, okay, I need like 2 people for Java, or 2 people for AI, or 2 people for cloud, or 3 people for this particular technology. And then we basically ask also the colleges, particularly the county colleges, what kind of people you have available, right? Okay, and once they give us, these are the kind of students available, right? And then we match them, right? And then the interviews are done. And then, we have hired for ITSERVE itself rather right now, 1 intern right now. And so we wanted to also take people who are interested in the social sciences, right? Okay, for how to work for a non-profit. So that is the kind of training we are going to give, right? So we are going into a lot of areas right now from that angle. And so hopefully, I think this will be a great program. I can tell you one story. Last year, we went to Bronx Community College. We had given them 2 scholarships only, $5,000 each. We told them, but we want to come and meet you people. And we went there, and we were surprised the kind of reception they gave us, right? Okay, it was only 2 scholarship of $5,000 each. but two students' life was getting changed. So those students came, plus all the entire management of the community college, Bronx Community College also came, and they appreciated us. Then we talked to them about our internship program, and also Deputy Commissioner of New York City was also there. So they were all very impressed with what ITSERVE is doing. And, so I think community colleges are particularly looking for this kind of, relationships with the, industry, particularly the small and medium sizes, right? And I hope we will be able to contribute to the overall, the STEM education, which is so critical to the US, right? In a big way over a period of time. That's what our goal is.
Absolutely, Vinay. The 10,000 number is very small for us, but when you go to the community college, that makes life. Absolutely. So
yes, you're right.
This scholarships and internship is only for the Indian Americans, or it's across?
No, it is all. It's open to everyone, right? So we have awarded to in Middlesex Community College also, right?
Mhm.
And there also, and it is open to everyone, right? Okay, so it doesn't matter. It depends on your need and depends on your interest, and we are letting colleges choose them. We are giving them the independence, right? Okay, so I mean, so of course Indians can apply too, no doubt, and Chinese can apply, and the all the let's say the Hispanics can apply, anybody can apply, no issues at all, rather, right?
That's great. I think this brings the diversity and also the cost for being in this great country. And Vinay, before, in the interest of time, I just wanted to give more information to the audience of ITSERVE. For example, in your ITSERVE, there might be different portfolios or your committees in your ITSERVE. If you can brief out what are the different committees and what they do, like the programs, what you said already, CSR, STEM, and whatnot, everything, if you can list so that they understand what kind of activities ITSERVE done, then we can go into the signature event.
Yeah, basically, yeah, we already talked about that. CSR is one of our, big activity which we do, which is for the benefit of the community. Then for the benefit of our members, and also I talked about one of our mission is innovation, right? So we have a startup event, right? So we did one startup expo in Bay Area, and one startup expo, I came back yesterday only, we did it in New England, right? So what we do is invite startup companies, right, who come and present their, startup ideas to our panel of judges, and so and we shortlist few of them, and they will get a chance to then go to our synergy event where they will participate in the finals, and some of them get funding because of this, right? Okay, and then in addition to this, with this our startup is one group, so if you're really asking us how we are organized, we have a director CSR which looks after all the CSR work. We have a director PAC which looks after policy advocacy. Same way, we have a director startup, and a director startup which looks after all things related with the startup. And in this case, we also started recently an Angels Network, which I was telling you in the beginning also, where there are 200 ITSERVE members who have joined us, and each one has made a soft commitment that they'll be investing so much of money in the promising startups. So what we do is we will evaluate. We'll ask startups every week. 2 startups are presenting to our group, so they present their ideas, and at the end of the idea, then interested angels who are part of our members only, they say, okay, I'm going to invest in this, I'm going to invest into this. So now it's not that ITSERVE people are even investing into the, you can say, the startups also. So that's what it is also happening. So that is another one which we are focused on. And then in addition to this, we have our benefits team, which focuses on a lot of webinars for the benefits of our members, right? So what they do is they will have the webinars on, let's say immigration, webinar on, the wills and trusts, webinars on, financials, right? How to, basically on the taxes, right? You name the subject, it is there, right? Okay. So we do a lot of education webinars for our members. That's another one. And then that is taken care of by the benefits team, right? And then we have a team which is focused on M&A, right? And so merger and acquisition. A lot of our companies are growing in size, so they are looking for buying companies, right? And there are companies who are who want to probably get out of this, right? Because they are diversified in other areas, and they want to probably get exit out of it and then maybe start something else, right? And so we are focusing a lot. Now it's a bigger size group, right? 2,000 companies, right? So because of that, what happens, there are a lot of opportunities of merger and acquisition. And we are also providing, so we have a panel of, kind of experts which are available for ITSERVE members, and they can use our platform for doing merger and acquisition. So it's not that we can only do the merger and acquisition between the ITSERVE members. It could be outside company which is available for sale, or it could be an outside company which wants to buy a company of ITSERVE, right? Like that. So this is another one which we are doing. So I hope I have not probably left out. I covered the benefits. Of course, we have other teams like membership. We depend not on sponsors. So our sponsorship teams, interacts with all our sponsors, and we are very proud that our sponsors have been sponsoring us for a long time to come, and they are very happy. They have grown along with ITSERVE, and I need to thank them also. That's why you will see my background is showing all the sponsors we have: the grand sponsor, the platinum sponsors, who are sponsoring us, right?
Very nice, very nice. So maybe we'll touch a little bit on the accomplishments on pack, which might really be interested to all the small businesses who wants to join ITSERVE. And I definitely want to talk about those 4 petitions which we have filed against the H1Bs, which, like everyone used to during the Trump period, we have a lot of problems on the client letters and all those kinds of stuff. If you can brief about those 4, so definitely they can understand what kind of organization is it and how we are able to, control the policies and with the, collaboration with the government agencies.
You're very rightly said. See, I mean, till 2018, we were not very active on the policy advocacy. We were saying that we were actually, we were doing things. We were trying to educate our lawmakers. And, but unfortunately, at that time, the organization was just getting stronger. And 2018, our backs were to the walls, actually. The immigration policy was so tough, right? That our people were getting, like not only the people, even the employees were, kind of, panicky, right? Because they were getting approvals of H1, which is like 30 days, right? Or they will be getting H1, which is denied. See, you are living here for 10 years. Suddenly your H1 is denied. You have to uproot your family and go back. It was becoming, they were panicky. They were, really kind of all the time worried what will happen next day, right? To their lives, right? And same way the employers were worried, right? Okay, that, how they are going to, manage the business in case they don't know how long this guy is going to be staying here, right? So that is the time when our back to the wall, then we decided that it's time to do something, right? So our policy advocacy then decided that we are going to, what we studied was that, the way the Congress wrote the law, USCIS was not implementing the law the way it was written, right? So they had issued a lot of memo, like the new fuel memo, which came in 2010. Another memo came in 2018. Then that is the time we went to the court, and court agreed with us. That's the beauty of US law, right? So court said, yeah, this is not done as per the interpretation by the way the Congress wrote the law, right? And the judge agreed. And all the memos which were related to client letters, itinerary, and getting all the contracts between all the layers, and getting the approval for only 3 months or 3 days. Judge said nothing doing, right? You have to give approval for 3 years, and you have to no need of these letters as long as you file the you have an appointment letter from the company who's ready to give you money. So it's a hire and fire. If I have the power for that, I am the employer, right? So so that was our biggest win, which happened, and it is called the ITSERVE memo, actually, right? Which basically meant that you don't have to submit now need any client letters or any contracts or anything. And today, not only us, we have got benefited. The whole IT industry has got benefited because of this. Whether it is Apple, Google, everybody, they were all suffering, right? And even they are getting the same benefit. Employees are so happy because they can live peacefully now, right? Okay, so they don't have to worry to go back. So that was one of our biggest things. The another one which we had was the OPT. Suddenly these USCIS introduced OPT students cannot work at third party. That means, the people like us could not even recruit the OPT people, right? Because we have to play, we don't have jobs with us all the time. We have to play sometime with the clients, right? So then that also we fought and we won it, right? And now recently also, we are always alert nowadays, right? Okay. So we have been basically focusing on now the 221G. I don't know whether you have heard about that or not. From the embassies, many times they will issue 221G, and people who go over to, let's say, their home country, not only in India, anywhere in the world, right? They go back on home country, they have H1 visa, and their 221G is issued that we are asking more information, and then that information takes months and months and months. So you are stuck there, your family is stuck here. So we have filed a lawsuit on that also, right? And hopefully we'll be getting a favorable resolution on that. But now litigation is not the only way we are going forward. We are doing a lot of lobbying work. So that is our political action committee, right? So I talked to you about the policy advocacy. This is our second leg, which we call as the lobbying, and that is our political action committee, which basically is focusing on educating the lawmakers on the benefit of this high skilled immigration, and also saying that high skilled immigration is not creating any kind of unemployment in US, right? Unemployment in the tech industry is hardly few percent, right? It is the lowest possible, right? It never creates any kind of unemployment or anything. It is just a hype. But that's what we are trying to educate, and we are also saying that we are also focused on STEM education at the same time. So we keep on, we are going to do this lobby day. The whole objective is to educate them. We are also introduced last year an ITSERVE bill, actually, which is talking about the high skill immigration, where we are focusing that we are requesting, don't keep this artificial limit on H1 and all, and keep a quota, increase the quota to twice, from 65,000 to 130,000, and for the master students which are educated in US, no quota at all, right? And let them have the job without applying for this. I mean, their H1 should not fall on the quota. That's what we want to say. They should be exempt of the quota. So that bill is introduced last year, but then the Congress term was over. So we have to reintroduce it this year. So our goal is to take this bill forward and educate the lawmakers again. And then part of that bill is also the STEM education, focus on the STEM education. We want to take a very balanced approach. It's not that we are just focusing on the high skilled immigration. We want to focus on the STEM education at the same time. And we don't want to keep on litigating. We want to also educate, right?
Absolutely.
Make sure that, the lawmakers know the importance of this, right? And so hopefully we'll be very successful. Our goal is to take the bill to the Congress and maybe testify in front of Congress this year. That's our goal, but let's see whether we can achieve it or not.
I'm sure the goals will be fulfilled, Vinayji. I think hats off to you and your entire team for making this H1 little smoother, and I'm sure that more yet to come. And you talked very interesting one point on the litigation. Rather than not only focusing on litigation, we will do some education, right? So if we really broaden this education, some part of our community also should come politically. So do ITSERVE has any focus or promotes to be part of the political aspects from any of the Indo-American community? How do you support them?
See, basically, I mean, we definitely want to encourage our members, and particularly their families and their young kids. We want to encourage them to come into the political field as such, right? So the law doesn't change just like that, right? You have to step in at a lot of places, right? Litigation is one way of changing the law. Second way of changing the law is educating the lawmakers. The third way of doing it is the participate in the political process itself, right? So now I think we are very happy to see a lot of people from Indian communities are coming forward to be participating in they are standing as US congressmen or some. I hope you will see very soon some senators also, and hopefully, I think over a period of time, we will have some very strong network of, our people who are from Indian origin and who are born and brought up over here, also participating in this whole exercise. So you have to go on all the fronts, right? And we need to cooperate on those things. And we do that. And by the way, we are, we support both the parties, right? So we are not being a business. We have to be with, support of both the parties. So you saw that in our Synergy 2021, we had President Bush as our keynote speaker, and Synergy 2022, we had President Bill Clinton as our keynote speaker, right? And so we are really, from that angle, very proud that we maintain this, our bilateral stand. We are ready to support both the parties, and our aim is to educate, both the parties on the basically high skill immigration, which is very, very important to us as well as to the US itself, right? US itself has to maintain its leadership in technology, and high skilled workers are the most important part of that, right?
Absolutely. So I think in the interest of time, let's touch a couple of aspects on women entrepreneurship and also the young entrepreneur, because these are the two aspects which are very foundational, and also we have the responsibility to increase in this area. Can you throw some light on these two?
Yeah, that's a good program, Youth Entrepreneur, which we started last year. So we did only one program last year. So this year we are now scaling it up. So yeah, we're doing two programs which are going to be, in person, and there are going to be two programs which are going to be live and online. Sorry, and we are opening it out to now. Earlier last year we tried to make it only for the ITSERVE members, but now we are making it open to everybody. Anyone who is interested should be able to join this. It's a fee is very small, $350 for a student, and it is being given that during the summer. Idea is to build the young entrepreneurs, to teach them, at a very early stage in their life, that what are the, what is the mindset of an entrepreneur, right? Okay. How does, if you have that mindset also or not, right? Okay. From that angle. So I think that is what we are trying to teach them, that what is the mindset of entrepreneur, and what is that you need to be there in case you have to be entrepreneur, right? And we get a lot of interest for that, and we are going to continue this. So now focus is not only on the STEM education. We also want to build the entrepreneurs, right? Future entrepreneurs, right? That will be our focus. And startup is one thing which I think is one of the biggest, success stories of US, right? That is one thing where US has done extremely, extremely well in terms of being the, the startup, you can say the capital of the world, rather, right? Silicon Valley. Anyway, nobody can match that, right? California. So, of course, the other people are trying to catch up, and but still, everybody is way behind.
Absolutely. How about the
women entrepreneur side? We want to encourage a lot of women in the IT. There, we have seen these less participation of women, particularly in the IT and entrepreneur. But we are very proud. Some of our women are very successful women, particularly, and they have done very well. And we are also trying to, we have two boards actually. One is the governing board, which is only 7 members, right? And then we have an executive board, which varies from year to year, right, based on the president. So this year, as a national president, I have a board of around 120 people, right? And we have a number of women also in that, and we want to increase that, right? And we keep bringing every year very interesting women panel program. This year in Bay Area, rather, we had some 3 successful women entrepreneurs who came and, and basically talked about for 1 hour. And we had a lot of women listeners, but at the same time, we had a lot of men listening also. So, and it was so engrossing that we had 200 people sitting there, right? And listening to those successful ladies. It was great, right? So we are trying to bring in those women so that people will have some role model, right? The upcoming women will be having some role models, and look forward to those successful women to get into this entrepreneurship, right? We encourage them a lot. Right?
Absolutely. Thank you for that. I think, Vinay, the last question would be, most of the ITSERVE community is into IT services, right? If I'm not wrong, very few might be the product-based company. So do you have any Fortune 500 or 100 companies right now in this 2000? If not, what is your plan? How you bring the ecosystem to, to evolve the businesses into that level?
See, that is where our, the conference, our annual conference, we didn't talk about that, right? So Synergy 2023 this year is going to be in Atlantic City, New Jersey. And we are expecting around 3,000, entrepreneurs there. And we will have tech leaders, investors, we will have, the judges, and we will have the CXOs and business leaders. You name things we will have, and we will have keynote speakers. So we don't want to disclose right now who is going to be there till we sign up those, right? But we are going to have some, definitely we are trying for the president also, but let's see whether we are successful or not, right? And so, it's going to be a great, now that event is the one which focuses mostly, we will have like program like how to build businesses from 0 to 100 million, or from 100 million to $1 billion. So those are the kind of topics we want to cover in those kind of areas. And then we will have even programs on real estate, on alternative investments. We will have programs on the CTO, CIO panels talking about the future technologies, right? Then there may be a breakout session on chat GPT, like latest technologies, right? And then there will be a startup, which will be basically in case people are, see, I'm sure one day you will see a unicorn coming out of ITSERVE, right? A lot of our companies have started, are doing a lot of startups. They are working on the products, and they have been some of them are very successful. Some of them have been successfully able to sell their companies also, right? I mean, they have taken it to a good level and exited, right? And but I don't think anyone has reached a level where unicorn is $1 billion, particularly once you reach. But I'm sure in a couple of years, I'm sure somebody from ITSERVE will be a unicorn. We are in all areas now. Now we are not only a staffing companies network. We have a lot of product companies which are building products. We have a number of startups which are joining us, and we are also trying to collaborate at the Indian level, right? Okay, in terms of we are planning to start a chapter of innovation in India. Hopefully, it will happen this year. If not this year, maybe next year, because expanding outside the US, itself requires a lot of time, and we have so much work to do in US itself right now. Okay. So
absolutely, I think Vinay, in the interest of time, there is a lot of I thought this will be done, but there is a lot of things to be discussed. Definitely on Synergy 2023, I wanted to do a separate program where we focus on what is going to happen and how the entrepreneurs or the new businesses can be part of this and what they can gain. So that would be one thing, and I definitely wanted to do touch base with the governing body and also the PAC. That would be the two. So definitely, I think this is a basic one. What you have given a good insight to a member who want to join ITSERVE. So finally, before we close, I just wanted to give your message to all the new young entrepreneurs and also the startups, which they are very, very small in number, but how can they benefit? What is your message to the community?
my message to the community is, we are here, ITSERVE. In case you are looking to grow from as I said, 2 employees to maybe 20 to 200, please come and join us. We will definitely mentor you. We will definitely provide you a platform for learning and growth. If you are a startup, please participate in our startup expos, which we keep doing round the clock. Now we have an Angels Network, which you can make use of. And so there we are making even smaller investment. Most of the startups in the kind of angel stage look for some $500,000 or so, right? So if you are looking that kind of money and you are looking for an Angels Network, ITSERVE has an Angels Network. And if you are looking forward to even you are a big company and you are looking forward to be part of this good network, and then maybe even grow further and maybe help others to grow, right? Please do join us, right? Absolutely, no doubt. It's a great platform, open to all, and we'll welcome everybody with the open arms. And if you can, I always again tell people, if you are not a member, become a member. If you are a member, become a volunteer, right? But if you're too busy and you can't spend time, right, then donate money, right? Right. And if you can't donate, if you can do both, that is great, right? Okay. So donate time as well as donate your money. That is great. But I can tell you, our members are very, very big heart. They give a lot of money for CSR. They give money for policy advocacy. They also spend money on participating in our this grand event, which we are going to have 3,000 people, right? Okay. And so we are very fortunate to have members like what we have today, 2,000 members with big hearts and open hearts, right?
Thank you so much, Vinay, for your time. That too this late night. And this was very, very informational to all the people. My goal through this is to tell all the businesses we need to have a platform to grow. If you are starting yourself, you will not grow that fast. But as you said, relationship is very important. If you be part of this organization like ITServe, definitely there will be a lot of helping hands. With that said, good night, and friends, this is the kind of meetings or great people come here to educate, which is required for Indo-Americans. And today's ITServe, the insights on ITServe is very, very appreciable by Mr. Vinay. And I'm sure that if you join, you will have a helping hand for your business, grow your business by being part of ITServe. If you need any help, please reach out to me or Vinay. We will facilitate how to become a member, how to get benefits out of it. Thank you so much. Good night. Have a wonderful day. Rest of the day.
Thank you. Thank you.